Hey guys, Mike Martinez. Today I have the pleasure of sharing the platform with Miss Bella Penetrante from Jersey City. Bella is a mom. She's in the she's actually in the financial industry and the insurance industry, and she's part of one of the groups that I'm involved with. And so I wanted to interview her. She's a friend of mine's. And Bella, thank you for joining me today.
Hi, good morning, and thank you for having me, Mike.
Yeah,
Mike, I'm your fan.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Always a pleasure to communicate with you. And we've been talking back and forth, guys, just so that you know, I've been proposing this interview, but Miss Bell is very busy. So we kind of missed a couple of shots. But today I got the pleasure of doing it. So, Bella, why don't we start by you sharing with us who Bella is, where you came from, how you got started in the insurance industry.
Yeah, that's a very good question. I'm from Jersey City, yes, and New Jersey, and I am happily married with 3 kids, and I'm also in the financial industry. I my profession is really good. I'm making income, but when someone, your question is about how I started here. When someone showed me the concept of financial industry, I fell in love with it because I because maybe of my personal experience way back in the Philippines. So that's why I'm here now. I saw that I could make money, but I also could help my community, and that's a big thing. I love it.
Very good, very good. You know, the financial industry has a lot of different facets, and obviously, you know, you have investing and you have insurance and you have things like that. And I could get what you're saying that once you really started understanding, because a lot of times people don't understand what's involved in that, right? And you know, here in America, although this is the most prosperous country in the world, a lot of people don't understand finances and don't understand money and don't understand insurance. So with that said, what are some of the hidden, you know, things that the average person really doesn't understand about insurance?
Yes, I really, financial industry here in America and I think everywhere was already overlooked. The thing is, everybody have health insurance. Everybody have car insurance. But, you know, certain things is going to happen in our life. You know how you're going to expire someday. Maybe younger and maybe older. But let me tell you my story, okay? My father passed away when he was only 37 years old.
Mm,
I was only 12, Mike.
mm,
And by then he didn't left us with anything. And at 12 years old, I was already working walking 15 to 20 miles every day, selling vegetables, fish, fruits, just with my mom, just to get by for a day. And the next day, what do you think I'm going to do? The same thing, right? So what I mean is, I love my father very much, and I know he loves me too. But I'm asking you, how do you want your children to remember you, right? Another thing is, okay, a lot of people, 70% of people have life insurance. But yes, when they die, they will leave it to their beneficiary, right? But how about when you get ill, chronic illness, critical illness? You know how people suddenly have cancer, heart attack, stroke, renal failure. Those are very common right now, right? Even though how healthy foods we are going to eat, it becomes naturally. suddenly we becomes ill. So what's going to happen if you get ill? Your money stops coming in, right? So how about your bills? Do you think it will stop? No. So who will pay your mortgage? Who will send your kids to school? Who will pay your bills? And that's why you don't wonder bankruptcies, foreclosures everywhere, tied up because of those illnesses. And another thing is retirement. You know what, Mike? I met this person. He's when I was in Las Vegas. He's driving an Uber, and I asked him, "Is this your, sir? Is this your full-time job?" And he said, "Miss, I don't know if this is my full-time job or my part-time job." He is already 70 years old. But the thing is, he said, when we retire from a medical fields, both of me and my wife. And then, in fact, we bought this vacation house in Montana. Life is good, right? And then after 3 years, my wife diagnosed with breast cancer. So what happened? We have Medicare, we have Part A, Part B, Part C, anything. But now I learned that after you consume 90 days, 100 days, right? You have to shell out some money for my wife. And those properties that I'm talking about, I depleted everything. And right now, and that's why I'm driving an Uber right now, right? So also savings part. I believe in long-term savings. And that's why I'm always big and telling people, plant now and harvest later. Because, you know, we are savers. I am savers, and I put money in the bank. But the next day, I want that money for me. I need it, even though I don't need it, right? So, what happened to my money? Gone, right? But here, when in the long run, you will, you will harvest that money. And, those are the hidden benefits: premature death, living benefits. What else? Retirement money when you live longer.
Yeah, you really gave a mouthful there and explained a lot of different things, and this is what I think I see most often. Most people, because death is not a subject that we like to talk about, right? We kind of avoid that, and then what happens is it catches most people by surprise, because God forbid, you never know, like you mentioned, these illnesses just pop up, and all of a sudden you got something that you wasn't planning on, and you wasn't you're planning for a retirement, and most people, when they plan for a retirement, they think about the golden years, and they think about all the things that are going good, and right. We don't think about what happens if all of a sudden I get ill, what happens if all of a sudden I have to deal with a treatment or something. So very, very interesting. Now, and this is a special time that you and I are speaking, because over the last 3 or 4 months, as you know, not just here in the United States, but all over the globe, we've been going through the COVID-19 ordeal, the lockdown. And how has that personally affected your business, as far as insurance is concerned?
Oh yes, it's really very. I'm really. My heart is in there. A lot of people. Suddenly, no paychecks coming in. Right? What happened? And also, businesses close. How much unemployment we have right now, right? And also, it affects also my work. But but then I learned to adapt. I learned to adapt to use Zoom. Before,
Mm.
with my work, I'm willing to drive wherever they are. But and that's why I get frustrated also. But I learned Zoom. Oh my goodness. I don't know that this Zoom could give me a big break. And that's why you know what happened? I save my money, I save foods, I save my mileage, and I could do this wherever you are. Even you're in California. Hey, let's do Zoom. We can do this. So I'm showing this to everybody. And the best thing here is we adapt. That's why we drive our business.
Yeah,
Not
very.
everybody have that kind of, you know.
So what do you see for your future, for your industry, and you personally? I mean, the same thing happened with me. I am a public adjuster, right? And we had to, because a lot of people are, don't want you in their homes, even though they got damage to their home, and they still have to address that. We have to start using DocuSign and Zoom and a lot of different, electronic means of business. So it kind of advanced our company, right? What do you see in the future for you and your company and your industry?
The thing here is like this. I saw that I don't have to only sell. I could partner with a lot of people. I could have a lot of distribution outlets in 50 states. All you need to do is to be licensed in your resident states, and then you could get a reciprocity in 50 states, and boom, you can do this business. Another thing in our industry, in our company, our CEO is very young. So before, you know, we already ahead of whatever we could do with our product, and that is a very good thing. So that's why I have always the faith that we will do a lot of things. We will be advancing more. We will be advancing in other financial industry,
Yeah,
and I have faith on that one.
yeah. The timing. Again, I know that people don't like to think about their mortality, don't like to think about, hey, what if I get into this situation? But the timing for your business and your service is ideal at this time. And you know what? A lot of people are coming to grips with the fact that we don't know. We don't know what can happen, what can affect you. I know personally several people that passed away because of the COVID
COVID.
19, and they were older people, but now they're leaving their family, and the family now has to scrounge and has to put together income to provide for the funeral and provide for the things, and it's totally unique in this situation with the COVID-19 because everybody was shut down. Everybody's income was just shut down, and now you got a situation where you got to pull out a decent amount of money to do things the right way. So very, very interesting what's going on in the world, and again, it's a perfect timing for you. Now, before we go and before I ask you about how people can contact you. You do also train people to do what you're doing. Is that correct?
Yes, yes,
Right.
yes.
So that's also another thing that when people contact you, they may want to say, "Hey, Bella, I'm kind of interested in maybe learning a little bit more about getting in the industry." And by the way, guys, I gotta say I know Bella personally, and obviously we're having this conversation. She has incredible integrity. Whether you're doing it to reach out to her to find out what can you provide for life insurance, or whether you're in doing it to say, I want a mentor, I want somebody to help me break into the industry. You can't find a better person than Bella right now. I'm telling you guys. And it's somebody that I always say, go out there and investigate the person you're going to do business with. That's a very important aspect because you got to have the trust in somebody that you're going to do business with. So I'm telling you, reach out to Bella and just ask the questions and interview her. She's a fine person to do business with. Bella, how can somebody get in contact with you?
Thank you, Mike. And you know how any questions you can ask me. You can call me at can I give my number?
Yes, yes, we're gonna
201.
have your number on the screen, but you can say it.
Yes, 201-920-8399. Again, my number 201-920-8399. And you can also email me bcpenetrante@yahoo.com. Again, B as in Bella, C as in Charlie, Penetrante, my whole last name, at yahoo.com. You can contact me anytime and we will talk. Let's talk about it.
Very good, very good. Miss Bella, thank you very much. I know you have a very busy schedule, and it was great sharing this time with you. And you know what? I see some really powerful things happening for you. And again, if you are in need or want to take a look at insurance, if you want to take a look at maybe doing something with your finances where you can have, you can start building something. Bella is the lady to talk to, right? You want to just at least inquire, at least ask some questions. Pick up the phone, give her a call, and I'm telling you guys, you're gonna love Bella, and you're gonna love what she has to offer because she's a very knowledgeable lady, and she has tremendous integrity. So pick up the phone, give Bella a call. Bella, thank you very much for sharing your time with me today. I appreciate that.
Again, thank you very much. And have a blessed day, Mike. See you
Thank you.
again.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.